With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27 with the Tennessee Titans. The Bengal offense set to go and leading them out. The #1 overall pick back in April out of LSU, Joe Burrow.
And when you talk about the traits that make Joe Burrow successful, you got to start with his head. This guy thinks the game, sees the game, loves the game. Then you go to the arm. He can make every throw. And then within a play, second and third reaction plays that are big ones downfield. That was why he won the Heisman Trophy, and that was why I voted for him, in addition to him winning a national championship.
Before he's brought down. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down. A big hitter to start. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Right at midfield. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
from midfield now, Burrow. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
That's good for us.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
Ball carrier.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, here's Burrow. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 20.
Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And that's caught inside the 30. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27.
A 49-yard
gain. A very early momentum changer there. Actually, because they forced a 3rd down, felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
Derrick Henry, the ball.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
Brings up 2nd and
now Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Tannehill. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. He completes it to Henry. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Open man is Davis. He's got it for the Tennessee touchdown.
To number 84,
Corey Davis. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Picking up where they left off before.
Big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this, because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you should get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Brings up 2nd and
from the shotgun, it's Burrow.
48-yard line.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
He's going to air it out deep for Green. This is intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Again to Henry. And he powers his way up past the 30.
Henry, the Titans.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Jesse Bates. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 31-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Titans 7, Bengals nothing.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gallop the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. And here again comes the rookie Joe Burrow and the rest of the Bengals offense. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. He'll look to throw right away. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
Joe Mixon.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. He'll air this one out for Boyd. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Intercepted by the Titans.
2nd interception for him now here in this 1st half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Draw play. This is Henry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And caught by Henry. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance, if they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Mixon on the toss right. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got Green. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Burrow took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start with a give to Henry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now this one complete to Corey Davis.
Tannehill's pass complete to Corey Davis. A gain of 8 yards. And it's third down.
The Titans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead he lost. First down, Henry, and that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up the running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 12, Tannehill, and his throw's going to be incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. It's caught. Smith. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on to punt for Tennessee. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 16.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Here's 2nd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8. He had his eyes pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 2nd down, Burrow. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. Going deep downfield for Ross. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. And the return will stop right around the 25. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He's got Smith here. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. He's got Evans. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So we've reached halftime. But, well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We are seeing two really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 4. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
31-yard line.
On second down, here's Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
That's good.
Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Anytime you decide to use your quarterback as a runner, most of the time when you design a play, you're expected to break a little bit bigger than this one because when you run him on short gains, your risk reward and him take...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Kevin Byard. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
The ball carrier.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, That would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Here's Tannehill. He's got his tight end, Anthony Ferkser. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 28. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of
30-yard line, 2nd and 12.
At the 30-yard line.
Again, it's Henry. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And it's 3rd down.
And the blitz does come. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble of bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bag. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He's got the 1st down and more past midfield. And finally brought down at the 43. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. Nothing in that 1st half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He completes it to Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game.
His kick
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
at their own 25-yard line.
Here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick 1st down.
Brought down at the 35-yard line.
First play of the drive, excellent run, just sets up wash, rinse, repeat. Another 1st down.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up
2nd and 10.
At the 35-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Ryan Tannehill.
And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you get 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Tanne's pass intended for Corey Davis. Incomplete.
Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
It has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
Burrow now, a big spot for the Heisman Trophy winner. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
It's a jet sweep. They get it to Green. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. Dropped at the 35. Able to display his agility, but not much room to operate. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll run on 1st down. Mixon. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. A gain of 3, 2nd down. The ball on the 8, still could get a 1st down technically. 2nd and 7. A handoff to Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's got it. He's going to be stopped shy of the end zone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackle for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Now it's Tannehill. It's caught. Humphries. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Burrow and the Bengals down 10-7, a little under a minute to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a 1st down. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Burrow. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Intended for C.J. Uzama. Incomplete. He was
so back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Intended for Auden Tate. Results in a 4th down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. A final shot now for Burrow. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
Bengals 7.
Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for 10